Hey, Michael with X-Force PC. You want to go over the 2024 version of the H5 Flow case. So we've been using the H5 Flow for a while. This is the updated 2024 version. Now your case might be white. They also make this case in black. And no, the sizes aren't different. The white one and the black one are the same size. But I'm using the white one for this video because in the video it shows up better. It's easier to see kind of what's going on. So first of all, here in the front, you've got a mesh front and you've got some air that's going to be coming in the front. And over time, dust will build up on the front of this and you'll want to clean that off. So while the computer's running, you don't want to brush it because then the fan's just going to suck all that dust in. So make sure that the computer is off before you try to brush the dust off. You can also remove this front cover. It's kind of not easy to do. It just pulls straight off, but quite honestly, it's so flush with the front here, it's hard to get off of there. I'm not going to bother right now. Now, of course, on the side here, you got a glass side, no big deal there. The other side here is just solid. Up here on the top, I'll try to tilt this a little bit. I don't know if that's going to work or not, but you've got a power button, a USB-A, that's just a standard USB port. You've got a USB Type-C, and you've got a headphone microphone jack. This is a combination jack. It has the headphone and the microphone built into it, kind of like when telephones used to, cell phones used to come with a headphone jack. It also did the microphone function. If your headset has separate cables, one for headphone and one for microphone, then they make splitters you can buy on Amazon for like $5 that will split this single port into two ports. Now up on the top here, there's a mesh, and the air from, generally there's a water cooler in this case, is generally what we build in this case would come with a CPU water cooler, and you can see this one has one. And that air goes out the top and it has to pass through this mesh. So if you loosen this little thumb screw here, it pulls towards the back and then lifts off, and then you can clean that. What'll happen over time, the air is going up through this and some dust is going to build up actually on the inside of this. I'm not a big fan of filtering outgoing air. There's really not a point in it. This is more for looks, but just do be aware. Now if you remove that from the top, it does, sorry for all the racket I'm making, it does make it easier to pull this front panel off now. There's a little lip here where I can get that front panel off, and same deal here, you can clean dust off of it. And I'll just set that to the side. Around back here, you see the antenna hooked up. Your antenna may not look exactly like this. Of course, we have the I/O ports here, the network port, the sound, and the graphics card is always down here. You don't want to use the graphics ports on the motherboard, which are up here somewhere. Oh, I've got a sticker. It says do not plug monitors here. You want to plug your monitors in down here. Of course, we have the power, and we have this toggle switch. This is not how you turn the computer on. This is simply like a circuit breaker. If you wanted to cut all power to the computer and for some reason you didn't want to just pull the plug, you could flip that to the off position. This is not how you turn the computer off and on. That is what the button on the top is for. And to put this front panel back on, you just line it up correctly and just kind of do that. It snaps in gently, of course. And then on the top, set that on there, and it's sort of recessed towards the back slightly. You'll feel it drop into the little rails. Slide it forward, and then tighten up this thumb screw. And that's all there is to that. And to take the side panels off, you just, on the glass side, there's this little lip thing sticking out. You just push forward or pull forward on that, and it lifts out. And you see there's little catches here and here that go right back down. I'm trying to do this from behind here, back into there. Leans forward, snaps back in. If you needed to take the back side off, there's a thumb screw here and a thumb screw there. And that is, I believe that's it. Yeah, that's the overview of the H5 Flow. This does not have filtration in the bottom for the power supply. The way they designed this, the power supply is flipped upside down and it actually gets its air from inside the case, so there is no filter in the bottom to change out at all, I don't believe. Nope, there's no filters at all. All the filtration is done by the fine mesh. So there you go.